Unusual first shot, isn't it? The back door. I'm not showing you the back door then. I'm showing you who lives at the side of it, and usually she's out. Hopefully you can see the spider there. And as you can see, not a small spider. And this is the most infamous of spiders. And this is Lady of Nobility. What's so special about that? This is the false widow, the noble false widow. This is the tiny spider that people claim has bitten them in bed. A claim that in 99.9% of cases is absolute drivel and nonsense. Complete and utter nonsense. This is a spider that's more or less an inch long from the fangs to the end of the abdomen. So you add in the leg span, you've got a spider with a 2 to 2.5 inch leg span. This is not a small spider. And those people that say, well, I woke up in bed with a searing pain and pulled back the covers and I saw a small spider. No, you didn't, mate. If one of these had bit you, you would know about it. But these, although they have false in the name, it's also false that these are nasty, aggressive spiders that will bite your kids and run off with them. Like any insect or spider, they will only bite when provoked or roughly handled. And it's so unusual to get one out in the day. I never dreamt we'd get this one out in the day. I had one in this exact position for about 2 years, a couple of years ago, and she disappeared, and all of a sudden this one has appeared. And they are now common and under-recorded in Nottinghamshire, and they make a really, what's called a scaffold web. But you can tell the occupant of the web just by the feel of the web, because these build web using a silk that is stronger than any other silk that I've experienced. It really is strong, and they are perfectly harmless. Yes, if you picked her up, got her in your hands, and she thought she was being threatened, she would bite, like anything would. But these have suffered a bad press, and an unnecessary bad press. So, we're extremely lucky to see her out. And if I put my finger there, you can now see that these aren't small spiders when they're adults. And this is an adult female. And there she goes. And the web extends actually from the side of the bricks here right to the top of this chair. And I dare say there are more around the house somewhere. They always build like that, places where there's a recess, like under a window ledge, but they need somewhere to attach the web to. And when people say they've got more around the windowsills and the windows, they haven't. What they do have are these orb weavers. It's a Zygiella exnatana in here, in its little retreat, often called the winter spider, because these will remain active throughout the winter. So if you've got spiders' webs that are orb webs with the radiating pattern, you haven't got Lady of Nobility, the noble false widow. Either way, they all do a great job of keeping insects out of your house and keeping insect numbers down. So don't swat them and don't believe the crap that you read in the papers.